Good afternoon, friends, and welcome. I'll be sharing live trades and results with you. We'll be evaluating how well these trades work out. We'll be benchmarking this against the S&P 500. I'm expecting to be outperforming it every month. Along the way, I'll also be sharing some lessons I've learned about investments, trading, and building wealth. And of course, the mandatory disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It should not be interpreted as advice. And with that, let's get into it. Welcome to Trade 26. Our last trade, we picked up a little bit of profit right here, and that worked out pretty well. The next day, reason we got out is we had a pretty good run and the market sort of faded, and it was difficult to know which way the market was going to go. Always a great question. Do you try and ride this out, or do you go ahead and take the exit? Well, we took the exit on this specific day at the end of the market, at the end of the day. And the following day, the market, gapped way up, ran up and down a little bit, but ended up a little bit higher. So Adam's going to decide, last time, we got out sort of the same thing here. The market was kind of fading. Next day, there was a gap up, and we sat out for a long time and missed quite a bit. So this time we're going to go ahead and jump right back in. So you can watch that trade happen live. You can see our blue line, the order go in. And when the line turns yellow, that means our order is filled and this trade is on. All right, let's see what happens. All right, the following day, the market dips down. That is not what we expected. Again, we were thinking perhaps the market would go up. So at this point, we've got to decide what we're going to do. Is the market going up? Is it not? Who knows? But the following day, it recovers a little bit, and we're basically back at the same spot we were before. So just because, the market seems to be in a bit of a channel, we can't quite tell which direction it's going to go. We're going to go ahead and take an exit. You can watch that trade happen live with our order going in, and it is filled, and this trade is over. Let's head over to our tracking sheet and see how we're doing. Well, that trade completed on October the 8th. So we're just in for a little bit. As you remember, the market had gapped up a little bit, and it picked up 1.13%, bringing the S&P buy and hold strategy year to date to 20.59. It's a pretty good return. We actually lost just a bit. It was pretty nominal, but our percentage stays just about the same, 9.71 year to date. I've added a new column. This is our beat the market factor, just because I wanted to start tracking this a little bit over time. Back in middle of the year, we were up around 1.14. That was pretty good. We lost a little ground, made it back up, getting close to 1. But ever since July, we've really just been losing ground here. So one of the things that I think is important is to look at these metrics. And what Adam and I are going to go do is see what's happening in these couple of months here to see what can we notice about our trading, what can we improve. I think that's super important. Making course corrections along the way, I think, is a very smart thing to do. And we may go back there and look at that and say, you know what, we're not going to change anything in our approach, or we might find something interesting that will help improve our performance along the way. The other thing, because this performance is so abysmal, I thought I would just discuss a little bit about investment strategies in general. I'm sharing with you one set of trades, and this set of trades is not working out the way that we had hoped it would. We're not beating the market here, so we need to look at improvements. But the other thing I would tell you is it's really important not to just have one strategy. Putting all your eggs in one basket, everybody would say, is a bad idea. Diversify. So have a couple different strategies, because for the past several years, this one has worked out pretty good, but this particular year it's not. So if all our eggs are in one basket, we're going to sort of be impacted pretty severely here. But that's all I'm really going to say about this. I'm sharing these trades with you live, so you get to see the good and the bad and the ugly as it happens. I'd say right now it's pretty ugly in terms of beating a benchmark. We are below, half of the benchmark. It's going to take something pretty drastic between now and the end of the year for us to even get at the benchmark. So I think that's all for today. Let's hope that our next set of trades are more positive when we start gaining some ground again. That's it for today. How do you think we're doing? Please comment below and let me know how this compares to other investments you've seen. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be taken or interpreted as advice. Until next time.